These dogs all have a home. They're just visiting the clinic for a holiday groom. But a booming business could actually take these pets out of their homes and into a laboratory.
This is a tremendously lucrative business. These guys even have their own planes and they fly them across the country to these research facilities. We're talking big bucks.
It's pet stealing, a felony but sweeping Missouri. There are medical procedures to help identify your pet, such as tattooing the dog's ear, but it won't stop thieves who really want the dog.
People were saying, well, they could cut the ear off if they wanted to do away with that type of identification. The newer products that are out on the market is a microchip, and what that is just a little capsule that goes in underneath the skin, just like a shot would.
Even the microchip has drawbacks because there is no uniform chipping code. Therefore, laboratories and even animal shelters cannot always find out where the dog came from. So here are some helpful hints on how to prevent thieves from getting their hands on your pet. First, never let your animals run loose. Always keep them on a leash or fenced in. Also, if the area is fenced, when you leave, ask neighbors to watch them or lock the animals in a garage or other room to keep them away from thieves. And finally, never advertise free pets. Always charge at least $10. This way you know they really want the pet and won't turn around and make only a profit. The largest animal rescue in the country is home to hundreds of dogs. The owner says there is an easy solution to this problem.
It can be done with one legislative stroke if we just make it against the law to buy animals from any of these people, unless it's a breeder, breed them for that purpose with documentation only. And that will stop it immediately.
So watch out for this growing business, because although stealing pets is against Missouri law, abandoning and selling them is not. Jennifer Vannatta, News Team 2.
First, Jennifer Vannatta introduces us to a police dog on a mission to fight crime.
Officer Scott Vanover and his partner respond to the dispatcher
On kq2 copy.
and head to the scene of the crime. But unlike Vanover, his partner doesn't carry a gun. His nose is his weapon. Meet Jake, a member of the St. Joseph Police Department and a tremendous asset. Jake first came to the department about a year ago when he was just 9 weeks old. He immediately went into strict training for about 9 months and then hit the streets as an officer. Jake was donated by the Alley Foundation in Denver, Colorado, through a couple whose daughter was abducted several years ago. They wanted to donate bloodhounds to police departments around the country in hopes they would help find other missing children as well. His unique tracking abilities are what are so useful for the department, but his name here has meaning as well.
Jake was named after a little boy that was abducted and killed just outside of Colorado a few years ago. How the dogs get their name, one of the criteria for the names of the dog is that the dogs have to be named after a little boy or a little girl that was abducted by and murdered by a person.
When a crime occurs, police use Jake to track the scent of the suspect. They'll take the scent from a glove, another article of clothing, the seat in which the suspect was sitting, or even a single footprint to give the dog the clues he needs.
Minutely, though it may be, every scent is different. And the scent that the handler focuses him on is the scent that he stays on. Basically pays no attention to the other scents. That's the only one that he's interested in.
A bloodhound's nose is up to 3 million times more sensitive than a human's or other breeds of dogs. So I decided to put Jake to the test. After leaving my footprint in the snow, I ran into the woods to hide. Jake was harnessed and ready to go, and I was far away waiting to see if he'd find me. With one sniff of my footprint and the command find, he was off. Jake began tracking my path by the actual scent above the ground, confident and sure of his every move. Within a few seconds, he found me. But I'm not the only one Jake has tracked. He's played key roles in finding criminals and is ready at any minute to find a missing person.
Potential is unlimited. We can use We can use the dog's talents to find criminals. We can use the dog's talents to find lost or missing persons. I don't really think you could, it would be possible to put a lid on what the dog's potential value to the department and especially to the community is. I think it's probably an invaluable tool.
We've seen how Jake works, but what's it like actually having him for a partner?
It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun too. I don't think I would trade him for anybody right now. 95% of the time he's real good. About the other 5% he can be kind of a pain. He's a dog. Oh, that's a no.
Guess I caught a little of that 5% on camera, but Jake simply tries to kiss and make up and gets back to his job of sniffing out criminals. For Champions of the KQ Heartland, I'm Jennifer Vannatta.